Alright, so we are back here for week number 8 of the 2014 season here at the Madden 15 Chronicles. For anyone wondering where week 7 went, well, that was the bye week, so didn't think it was really necessary to do a broadcast of me just doing the game plan stuff. So, excuse me, coming off of a pretty crazy overtime win, 41-38 over the Ravens in week 6, in which it allowed a field goal in overtime and then was facing a 4th and 20, and not only converted the 4th and 20, but broke it for an 80-yard touchdown pass. So quite an interesting game. Not obviously, as you can tell by the score, and if you saw the video, you saw obviously the game, but the stats. That not a lot of defense played in that one.
Hello everyone, I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL.
So we'll hopefully try and correct that this week's game. Again, for anybody who is interested in any of the online Ion connected franchise leagues, head on over to iongamecorner.wix.com/iongc. Find the Madden 15 page there on the right hand side, and that will give you all of the rules and procedures and teams that are already taken for both leagues. And if you want to join for Xbox One, you want to contact me on Xbox Live, that's Arethius, or on Twitter at iongamecorner. And via email, it is iongamecorner@gmail.com. For the PlayStation 4 League, you want to talk to Nick, and he can be reached at PlayStation Network. His name over there is Kagone. Also, you can reach him on Twitter at NickOlivera87. And again, follow me on Twitter at iongamecorner, and I will let you know when I am going to go live with another stream of the Madden 15 Chronicles.
And now we'll look at the Buccaneers offense, starting with the offensive line. This is an offense that has one of the most dangerous passing attacks in the NFL this season. Dropping back 3. On the money. And he's brought
Nice
to
little
the
start
ground.
there. So clearly after last game, offense isn't an incredible concern, but the defense really needs to be improved. But one thing I did notice as I was going through my injury report and depth chart between the off week and starting this game is that I had a couple of really good defensive players who were not in my lineup. They had been injured, and I guess through the reordering of the depth chart, there was no spot for them to come back in, so I don't exactly know how long they've been healthy and not playing.
Offense lines up here.
So a change
Buccaneers 40. And he's taken down.
Not sure what happened there.
Quarterback didn't hold the
Didn't get
football.
a
The left side of the line
actual
just
battery flash or anything.
collapse. He doesn't even feel
Battery
or
should be
see it,
fine.
and he goes down for the sack.
So that was unfortunate. So like I was saying, there's
The Buccaneers
been
come to the
they
line.
changed
Of
how
course,
the
plenty of
depth
paint
charts work,
on the
where
field today and in the stands.
in previous
As
games,
all
when you
of
had an
October,
injured
we'll
player,
be seeing
they
this
wouldn't
for breast
remove them
cancer
from their
awareness
spot in the
month
depth chart.
in the
So if you
NFL.
notice, if,
3rd and 9.
for instance, your quarterback gets
Throws the
hurt,
pass. As Jackson.
go, yeah, there we go, touchdown. If your starting quarterback gets hurt, and you go to your depth chart after his in the depth, whereas in previous games it would leave them there, but it would denote that they were injured. So I think, and I'll have to try this the next time that I get an injured player, especially an injured starter. would be to not fill that spot in the depth chart, just leave it blank, and see how that, first of all, if I can, doesn't prompt me to fix my depth chart, and then when the player comes back, if it puts them back in that spot, or if you have to do it manually. It's a small inconvenience to have to do it manually, but a lot of times you have an injured player and then you don't, you know he's injured, but you don't sit there and worry about having to put him back in the lineup when he comes back. For me, it'll end up, if you do have to do it manually, it would just be one of those things where I'd probably keep a note somewhere next to where I play that says, okay, this guy's injured, this is how many weeks he's got left, so that I know when I get to that point that he's back to put him back in the lineup.
3rd down and 6.
There we go.
He's going to be dropped for the sack. That's going to bring up 4th down after just a 3-play series.
Well, the defense has got to be excited anytime on 3rd down they get to play. They get pretty fired up. But when you sack a quarterback on 3rd down, that is one happy and emotional defense.
And so now they'll bring out.
Not sure what's going on with my controller here. I did just change my batteries yesterday.
Martin's going to look for space now. That's a gain of 8. Coming up. The Vikings come out in a dime package. Martin's taking the handoff. Middle. Tackle down at the 42-yard line.
Probably should have tried to cut that
Now a look at the
outside
Vikings
of
defense.
either one of those interior
They never
linemen.
got to the quarterback once last week. Murphy's lined up in the slot. 2nd and 10. Has his target. Martin takes the hit and is brought down.
The Buccaneers, that time, they can't get big yards, but the throw and catch picks up a few, and his 3rd down's much easier with this situation.
The Buccaneers fans certainly had their heartbeat raised a week ago in a last-second victory, and now, once again, they're going to have to hold their breath to the end.
Yeah, but they got to feel confident in the fact that they know their coaches can make the tough calls. They like their quarterback. They got a defense that can make plays. They like the situation they're in.
They're back at the line after that catch for a 1st down. The Vikings defense now loading up, expecting pass with a dime defense. He'll take the snap from the gun. Finds his mark. That'll stop the play right there.
The Buccaneers did a good job that time. Scored a pass on 1st down and picked up some nice yards down. 2nd and short really puts the defense in a tough position.
Plenty of defensive backs out on the field for this one. The Buccaneers from the 32. Intercepted.
Oh.
Breaks free. Vikings in the end zone.
Not a good pass right there. Thought I had that quick turnaround
Well,
open.
on defense, to make a play like this, so much of it is about timing. Perfect timing by the defensive player. He gets the interception and runs it all the way back for a touchdown.
Ball's on the tee. Got a tie game now. The score's 7-7. Vikings getting ready to kick it away. And he's tackled just past the 20. We'll mark it at the 22-yard line. First down here. Murphy's lined up now
power run gets them a few yards.
After running it, it's second down. Murphy's going to get set in the slot for this snap. They'll go draw, trying to fight through right up the middle of the field. Robeson's there to take it down.
Well, you got to have the draw play in your game or a delay. You know what that does? It fools the defense. And anytime you fool the defense, you usually get good gains.
So as you probably noticed,
First and 10, right back to the ground.
when I'm having some success like this on the ground, I definitely like to stay with it.
Nice play call that time by the offensive coordinator, coming with the counter run, and the defense being too aggressive. They're over pursuing, so you do the little counter, go the opposite direction.
I always like playing a run first offense, and
Murphy's a receiver in the slot. Second and 2.
they can't prove that they can stop it, then just keep staying with it.
Brought down.
Situations in the game. He saw the first down.
It's especially frustrating if you're playing another player and they can just run the ball almost every play and just move the ball down the field on you.
Offense lines up here. Now first and 10. On first down, it's back to the ground game. And that's a gain of
Primary reason for that just is not only because you're moving the ball effectively and you're not having to pass to do it, but generally if you have a long running drive like this, you're taking a lot of time off the clock.
The Vikings come out in the nickel. The Buccaneers
which
from the 28.
gives your opponent less time on offense. Most people, I would say probably 95% of Madden players really like to play offense and don't really care to play defense as much. So you get them stuck on defense for a while and it gets a little frustrating for them.
Murphy's lined up in the slot. Staying with the ground. Martin takes the hit and is brought down.
The Vikings defense, they got backed up in their own red zone, but you know what?
Almost even found a little hole there too.
There's a run play, they were waiting for it, and they stopped the offense for a very short gain.
Alright, where is my down and distance? I pause and hopefully that gets it back. There it is. Alright, we'll go to the air here on second and 7.
Play of the drive.
Maybe more effective,
Murphy's
if for no other reason, that this will be the first pass of the drive.
Second down and 7. Looking across the middle, picks up 8 here.
And my intended target on that was Jackson on that comeback route. But when I saw the zone that they dropped into, it looked like that those corners were going to be right where his comeback was supposed to happen. And even if you read the corner covering him, or the corner lined up on him at the start of the play, since it wasn't a man, and cut it a little bit inside on the option there, the other defensive back was right there as well. Ooh, nice broken tackle there. Oh, I thought that was in. Got the pylon.
Martin's near the top of the league in rush yards, and he's showing why today.
It is hard in the NFL
Certainly not going to do a draw from the goal line.
Every single week, but here we are again, and they are getting it done.
Play after play after play here on this drive. Second and goal to go. Right,
come on, forward.
One more time.
Jim, I love these
could have swore the ball crossed there.
What are they going to call? They're going to run the football. They're going to go with the pass. And if it is a pass, I would look for something quick.
Right, this may work out. So yeah, they've got the middle stacked right there. Looking for a sneak maybe.
Third and goal. And James is going to
Oh, still able to penetrate.
I think the big decision is now, Jim,
right.
Do you kick the football, take the 3 points, or do you go for it on fourth down? To me,
I think it's way too early in the game to screw around.
On the board.
So just kick the field goal, take the points. Obviously obviously not ideal, but especially when you have two cracks that are basically from the goal line. If I hadn't taken a loss on that play, I would have considered running it one more time.
Even though it's early in this game and you make the other team come after you.
And no return this time as he takes a knee.
But I've stopped them on the one drive I've had defensively so far.
First down here.
I mean, it's still early. We're just at the end of the first quarter here. It doesn't look like that it's going to be one of those games that I have to,
Good piece of tackling.
play track meet style and keep up with them like I had to last game against the Ravens.
And here we have second down.
Remember, they're 7 points so far in this game on an interception return for a touchdown. Dumb pass by me.
For the defense. Greg Jennings with the grab.
When you play zone in the NFL, what you're trying to do is make the quarterback hold the football just for a half a second longer, and you hope the pass rush can get there. They don't that time. That's why he got the completion.
Doesn't look like it. So, decent first quarter,
The first quarter comes to an end. And
obviously, would have liked to score a touchdown on that last drive there, but
first down on the way.
Basically one really dumb pass away from being up 10-0 right now.
And the second quarter is underway with this snap. And he's going to be tackled right around the 37.
Good job by the defensive line, standing in there and fighting, and they hold the running back to
That's
a short
interesting
gain.
that that's not Adrian Peterson back there.
Second down coming up.
Maybe a case of real good fortune that I come across the Vikings with him hurt.
Another carry here. Going to lose yards here.
The Vikings offensive line, they had a mental mistake here. Why? Because they let somebody go unblocked. It leads to a tackle for a loss of yards on the carry.
On the way, third down. It's a dime look for the defense on this play. Castle's going to take the snap from the shotgun. He's
Ooh, almost got him.
Here on this throw.
That's a really good throw and catch, and they get the first down. Jim, that's what you want
That's
to do.
the primary vulnerable area in that cover 2 zone.
More opportunities.
If you can get a receiver who
The offense is set at the line for the
gets
first
past
down
that
after that completion.
that short
This
to
play
mid-range
set up by
zones
the long
on the
gainer.
sideline, they'll be over the top of the corner and underneath the safety.
They have this one covered up, and it's going to set them back for a loss.
Got to give the
Run defense has
credit.
been
On first
quite
down,
good, though.
So many things the offense can do. They were ready for that play, and they stopped it.
Second and 13. Throwing now to his left, and Jennings got the catch and the first.
Anytime you picked up a couple first downs, here's what happens. The defense starts to doubt what they're doing, but maybe more importantly, it gets those big boys over there tired.
Nickel formation for the defense here. First and 10. They'll run it here. Trying to plow ahead. They'll mark him at the 28.
Hey, this defense, they are tough. When you run that football, they got some men up front, and that time they stopped that run just for a short gain.
Second down coming up.
So you see those zones right there, and that those sidelines are vulnerable.
Castle's got it in the gun. Here's Rudolph. Brought down just
The idea there is that you're not giving them anything in the middle of the field, and you're not giving them the screens or swing passes.
Good football games, good play call, good pass, good catch. Now it's third and short. I like the offense's chances.
About to snap it for the 9th play of the drive.
Didn't get my plan.
The Vikings take it from the 23, and that's David
Get it? I think
in
you got
on
it.
the stop.
Yep.
Jim, they got momentum on their side right now. They are making everything work. That was a nice play. They pick up another first down, and they got a good drive going here.
This long drive continues. First down and 10. Here's another handoff. He stacked up at that point. The rush totals just haven't been there in the first half, and that's one reason why they are behind right now.
Well, it's been good so
the
far.
NFL offense is about deception.
Their primary back right now is only averaging a yard and a half a carry.
So you need to be able to run it so you can use play action to get the big plays down the field.
Now we're just going to stop the passing.
They'll run it. Here's the handoff.
McKinnon, is having a little bit more success, but
there is no doubt when you fake it.
So they're coming out with 4 wide, so I'll go into the 9. I'm going to blitz here.
See what they do on this third down situation.
Yeah, they only need short yardage.
So far. Castles back in shotgun formation.
I'll step out. There we go. With the quarterback accuracy changes, it's even more difficult than it was in last year's game to do those swing passes or passes out to the flat, where if your receiver is not heading upfield, that a lot of times the momentum is going to take him out of bounds.
But they're fortunate they do get the field goal try and they make it.
Which is fortunate because a lot of times, especially when you are running more of a mid to deeper zone, that option is completely wide open. Alright, so let's see if we can spread it out a little bit. Do some better work passing than I did that first drive. I went to the shotgun.
The Buccaneers will take the snap from the 25. Evans in on the tackle.
Well, a short gain on the run that time by the offense.
I do like to still run even out of shotgun formations just because you want to show the other team that even though you are in what looks to be a passing formation, you can still run the ball.
Looking to the right side and throwing. They bring him down at the 41.
I thought about going to Jackson there because he had to step on his guy, but he still had the safety over the top, and it just looked like maybe a recipe for an interception. He wasn't that much further past him.
First down at the 41. Play fake.
Whoa.
Has his man, and he's tackled just 2 yards short of a first down.
Let's see that right there. That was me benefiting from the fact that I have done so much running, where they had that, I think that was a corner who came off the left side there completely clean, but instead of taking the shot at the quarterback for the play fake, he stayed with the running back. I didn't think I was going to get that over him.
Good job by the quarterback reading the wide receiver. He is all over him, and it makes it easy for him to swat down the throw by the QB.
And once again, my down distance disappeared. So 3rd and 1.
A receiver in the slot.
Just seeing how that they've lined up here, I may try and go to Jackson if he's open quickly. Otherwise, it may have to wait until Martin delays out of the backfield.
3rd and 1.
There we go.
He'll throw it over the middle. Has Jackson. Jackson is tackled down.
Just had to wait till he got past that first level and split the safeties.
Running the fly route on the outside. Show the speed of the receiver and the strength of the quarterback's arm. What a nice completion.
That long gain sets them up here on this play.
I'll take that matchup almost 10 times out of 10, where you have Vincent Jackson with the linebacker lined up over him. So almost no matter what he's doing, there's next to no chance that that linebacker is going to be able to stay with him.
Line up and run the football like that, you're not going to get a lot of yards, and that time they just got a short gain.
And Evans is lined up in the slot. Takes it from the gun. Running away from the pressure. The defense gets a sack.
Thought I'd pass the line of scrimmage. I was trying to slide there.
They're both retreating about as fast as you can go. That time the center gets run over, and it leads to a sack of the QB.
So they get to the quarterback on that last play. Third down.
All right, so we'll see if this corner opens up for Jackson. Again, he's got nobody lined up over him. This could be a zone, or he could either be the responsibility of the safety or the linebacker there. Otherwise, I'll look underneath for one of my other options.
Running down. Drop back, shotgun formation.
Oh, not a great pass, but
Jackson's not able to come up with the catch. And a lot of times
had a linebacker on him, so I figured I'd take the chance.
They take their eyes off it.
So we'll try and settle for another field goal here.
They're just trying to get it in their hands too quick.
Deal with this
because they're
goofy
trying
wind.
to make some yards after the catch. That was the problem that time.
And he converts here on
Ooh.
the field goal try.
You always want to be rewarded for a nice drive in a football game, even when it's a field goal, because you've made a lot of good plays, you've executed them, you got yourself in position to get some points, and that field goal just reinforces everything.
Just snuck it through.
The Vikings are ready to return the kickoff.
So I'm probably noticing where this wind is taking. I should be picking a different kickoff formation than the middle, because there's, unless I angle my kick better, it's not going down the middle. So I should either, what am I doing? I'm not going to get a play back.
The Vikings come onto the field now for this next series.
You know, just lining up straight and kicking it down the middle with the wind as crazy as it is right now is obviously not ideal for my the middle coverage, so I need to pay more attention to that. Angle my kick or pick a, either kick off left or kick off right, adjust accordingly.
Takes it from the eye. Jenkins there to make the stop.
This is one good tackling defense. They stay in good position at all times, and we saw it that time when they stopped
Now
the
they're
play.
probably going to run here, but I don't want to get caught with a linebacker on the slot receiver
The defense comes out in the nickel.
if they do pass.
They hand it off to him again.
Ooh, he was close. I think he got it.
The 30-yard line.
Yeah, he got it.
The NFL is about situations. A good job.
See, even,
by the
I mean,
runner knowing where the first down
basically
was, gets
gained
it
a
there,
yard
and moves
or
those
half a
chains.
yard there. I mean, it's all he needed, but
First down here after the run.
I'll take that. I mean, basically, running a nickel and you can still hold them on the ground to basically no gain.
He'll keep it on the play fake.
There we go.
Interception.
Stay in bounds.
That's a gain of 8.
Nice job of the defense that time. In position. They read
Alright,
the
so
quarterback's eyes, and it led to an interception.
we are at
They come to the line, and it's first down.
3:20 left in the half. We're in Minnesota territory, so it's not. There's really no sense of urgency here. There's plenty of time. Oh, and that's not good.
Recovery is made by the defense. In on the stop.
Oops, scratch that thought.
Well, the one thing we know about the NFL, when you have the football in your hands, they are going to attack it. You got to know that as a ball carrier, protect it a lot better.
First down, offense readying for the snap.
So, same theory basically goes the other way. There's plenty of time left.
Will go ground.
There's no need for them to hurry yet, especially if they're going to get a big run like this. The only thing that they may want to consider would be to slow things down and try and see if this could be the last drive of the half.
Now 1st and 10. Will go ground, trying to power his way.
Basically force me, if I want to get the ball back, to use my timeouts. Which I'm in no real hurry to do.
After the 2-yard carry, it sets up 2nd down and 8.
Because right now, I mean, there's no guarantee that they're going in for a touchdown, so.
Gonna go draw.
Oh, nice hit. So this will take us to the 2-minute warning.
And they got a tackle like a linebacker. And that time the safety came up and he tackled like a linebacker and stopped.
So looking at 2 minutes, they're on the 27, 3rd and 8 here.
2-minute warning here in the 1st half. 3rd down, following the run.
I don't think, even if they convert this, I don't think they'll go into the no huddle. There's just so much time left.
He'll fire it out to the left.
There's really no sense for them.
And a first.
Oh, there we go. Is that Kyle Rudolph?
A player is down on the field, and the training staff comes out, and we'll step aside for just a moment. 1st down here.
So they had to use a timeout there because of the injury with under 2 minutes.
The defense comes out in the nickel. Castle standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap.
Oh, nice.
And no return as this goes for a touchback.
This defensive coordinator.
All right, so here we're looking at 80 yards for a touchdown, or basically just try and get in the field goal range. There's plenty of time, so time's not an incredible factor right now because they can just go into the no huddle, and I still have all 3 of my timeouts. The important thing is, at least early, especially early, is to not do anything stupid.
Dropping back now into the shotgun, and he's thrown to the ground.
All right, so because I took the sack there, I'm not going to go into the no huddle.
You want to stop the offensive scoring here with under 2 minutes to go in the 1st half. Good pressure on the quarterback, and they take him down behind the line.
I'm not going to be in an incredible hurry because now 2nd and 19. Oh, lucky I just got that off. So 3rd and 19 now. I mean, really, and I know I said this about 4th and 20 last game in overtime. You know, this is not a high percentage conversion.
Out of the gun. Throws to the right.
So we're just gonna. Ooh, I might get this. Did I get it? I got it. Oh! All right, so now we can keep this thing going. So minute 21, we're at the 30. Still plenty of time. Still have all 3 of my timeouts.
1st and 10. He's looking to the right here on this throw. Every quarterback in the NFL is going to have 30 passes a game. They can't be picked off. Most of the time they're dropped, and this time that was a bad drop by the defense. 2nd down now.
That's the aforementioned don't do anything stupid, so gotta really be more careful. They don't want to give them a chance to score before the half.
Pulls it in. And now he'll dip out of bounds.
So the idea there, duck out of bounds, maybe could have got a couple more yards, but you know, preserve the timeouts as much as possible.
That time we saw the agility of the receiver.
Because if I can start driving more further down the field, having those timeouts gives me some options as far as going over the middle or, you know, get out of bounds. There we go. Taking a couple maybe extra shots at the end zone. Or just, you know, running a couple of more plays that I wouldn't be able to necessarily do if I use my timeouts earlier.
Looks for his secondary receiver. That's the tight end, and he is finding him wide open.
From the shotgun.
Ugh. Really wish he would have thrown that shorter than he did.
The defense did everything right in that situation. They were in the right spot. They were smart. They read
That's the second time that 24 there has dropped a sure interception.
The 8th play of this drive. The Buccaneers with an empty backfield look here. They'll hike it to him out of the shotgun. Wide open for the catch. Nice tackle.
Right, so I'll go not a huddle here,
That catch for a first down.
just to try and preserve a couple of seconds.
The Buccaneers lined up. Everybody split out wide from the shotgun. Catch made.
Not much there. Basically, quick play, only a yard. But was able to get out of bounds there. Should give me, some time to think over what I want to do here.
Pass play wasn't good for much. So now it's second down and
like I
9.
said, still have all 3 timeouts. It's 46 seconds. It's still a bit of time, so I really can still work wherever I want on the field.
Throw to the left, brings it in. He's tackled beyond the markers. It's a first down.
Once I get under 30 seconds, I'll start considering calling some of my timeouts.
First down at the 24.
Come on, get there. Nice. I saw the man coverage there with the safety coming underneath, over the top, so I thought I was going to be able to sneak that corner route in there.
Will they stay patient or will they panic?
Worked out
My
perfectly.
bet is they'll panic.
Makes the PAT.
So that's pretty good, bumping it up to a 10-point lead just before half here. Definitely not interested in squib kicking it because with 24 seconds left, way too much time to give them the ball anywhere close to midfield. I mean, with 2 timeouts, you're basically looking at. Of course, I totally didn't listen to my own advice the last time I kicked off, but it still worked out. Yeah, so with we're looking at 21 seconds right now. That is way too much time to give them the ball where they would get it on a squib kick, where they would basically end up probably getting it at their own 35 to 40 yard line. So then you're looking at a couple of passes. They've got some timeouts. They could work the sideline as well. You're basically giving them a chance to at least put 3 points on the board. But kicking it off deep now, they're basically just conceding and going into the half.
Coming up, second down.
I don't think they'll snap the ball here, but
The give out of the eye and a gain of 4. That does it for the
there you go.
first
So a
half.
pretty good first half, all things considered. So it would even be a bigger deficit, obviously, if I hadn't thrown that pick 6.
Let's take a look back at the first half. The Buccaneers are looking good right now as they will just try to keep up the good work
just
in the
some
second
replays and
half.
touchdown
The Vikings
celebrations.
are vulnerable right now, coming off a rough game a week ago and still
So,
not really finding
pretty
a
good
way
stat
to
line
get
there.
back on track.
231
So let's take a
passing
look at
yards
some of
already in the first
highlights
half.
from the first half. Bucks line up at the 46.
So you're going to see me, and a lot of it is going to depend on, okay, you saw me adjust the direction of this one. A lot of this is going to depend on how this first series goes defensively. If I can keep them off the board, keep it a 2-score game, you're going to see a lot more emphasis on the run here in the second half.
They face first down.
Drain the clock as much as possible.
Simpson's in the slot.
But that's going to be a lot of dependent on how my defense holds up.
With this play. They bring him to the turf.
When I was a quarterback, I loved it when they called the draw play because I know that defense.
As long as they're not breaking long runs, I will be ecstatic to see them run the ball anytime that they run it in the second half now.
The Vikings will take the snap from the 25.
Because with the accelerated clock,
Breaks out of that one.
nice job keeping them short of the first. With the accelerated clock, every play that they run is taking off, at least 30 seconds.
Like this as a quarterback down the line, it's going to affect how you play. You're going to start getting rid of the football a little quicker,
Get him.
and you might miss some opportunities.
Nothing really seems to be going right for this guy.
Maybe a bad play call on my part. I
last week, and he continues the same
didn't
today.
notice. I was too busy talking. Didn't really notice what formation they were coming out in.
It's the offensive line's fault.
Probably shouldn't have been in the nickel there.
To the defense, they've done a good job stopping the run.
First down and 10. They want to keep feeding him the football. They knock him
But that's
down,
fine.
and he's still 2 yards short of the first.
Long drive is fine with me. Rather get off the field quickly, but if they're going to score, or if they're going to drive, make them drive for a while, make them take a lot of time.
Play action.
Get them. Oh.
Looking underneath, this will go incomplete. Third down here. Offense trying to pick up the first.
It's still early in the third quarter, and it is only a 10-point lead. But every second starts to be increasingly important as you move along.
The tackle's made, and the first down is picked up.
Well, when you're down a couple
If you're
scores
forcing
in the
them
second half, you're just looking for some
to run 3
and trying to
plays
get some momentum on your side. So that first
before
down
getting
by the
first
offense,
down.
maybe that'll give them some confidence, and we'll see where they go with it from here.
In all likelihood, that's a minute to 2 minutes
Tackles made.
that's being taken off the clock. See, so right now we got the clock running. It's not really running. It's waiting for a big play.
And now they'll try over again on second down.
And they gain no yards on that play, so that's a huge win for the defense on that one
Lines
play.
up here.
There we go. Nice, big sack there.
I don't know if they were confused or not.
Third and 18.
On the left side of the offensive line that time, they were not aggressive.
Nickel.
They got pushed back, and they give up a sack of the quarterback.
I'm going to man up here, but I'm going to back off my corners. I don't want them to hit that sideline route that they've been able to seemingly hit.
Take the snap from the 35. Looking to the right side and throwing.
And they can hear it anyways over the middle.
To pull in the rocket pass.
When you have a quarterback that can throw the football like this guy, even though it's 3rd and 10+ yards, he makes a nice throw for the first down.
The offense is set at the line for the first down.
Preferably like your safeties to step up a little bit there. Help prevent the first down.
After the long gain, let's see what they do here. And now on first
Maybe that's
down,
something for the next iteration of defensive improvements. They can get the AI safeties to realize, hey, we've got nobody over the top of us. We should drop it a little bit here.
Finding the open space and making a nice catch.
The pass play was
Send
good
up a
for
little
5.
pressure here on second
and
down.
5 coming up.
It's a possible run
Mounting a serious drive.
situation here. And if they do run, it's coming in the blitzing corner side.
From the shotgun. Catch made. He's going to be swallowed up behind the line.
Well, we see it more and more.
So,
football's thrown behind the line of scrimmage. They do
one thing we noticed,
nice catch,
I mentioned
but
quite a few times, is that
on the play.
there's a lot of
Play after play after play.
times where Flacco in last game was completing passes whenever they wanted to. I don't remember what the final stats were, but I want to say he had maybe 5 incompletions for the entire game.
Good job by the defense.
All right, so this is interesting here. We're looking at 4th and inches.
They make the tackle, and now we have 4th down.
So I'm going to, even though they lined up in a punt, I'm going to do the safe man because they're at my 35. It's only inches away from the first down, so it could be a fake here. It's not. But regardless, there is no way I'm going to get a return. Whether they do that and kick it out of bounds, or it goes into the end zone.
takes possession. Murphy's going to get set in the slot for this snap. Here's the handoff to Doug.
I needed my corner to stick that block
right around the 21-yard line.
Don't let go and go attack the safety. That first level taken care of.
Today, Phil, and it's led to a bunch of big plays and touchdowns.
It's so exciting to see the football thrown deep down the field and a guy catches it and runs for a touchdown. It's like going to a baseball game and seeing a home run. You're watching something special, and Jim, we have seen that here in this game today.
That leads us to second down.
So the point I was making before getting the ball back here about the completion which is wrong for this. I somehow snuck it in. Got real lucky there.
If you look at these passing totals, it's easy to get a sense why they're leading right now.
Those numbers are absolutely outstanding.
I don't remember the exact numbers there, but I believe it was along the lines of Castle was 10 of 13, I think, for 80 some odd yards. So you're looking at a situation where he's not throwing many incompletions, but he's also not getting a lot of yards either. Nice.
Have frustrated opponents all season running the football. They've been almost
it's risky sometimes when you're looking at a real short yardage situation like that where it's 3rd and inches. But usually there you don't want to go outside with a run. I probably should audible out of this, but I'm going to try it anyways. I don't like that linebacker outside. I think he may get a free run on my ball carrier here.
They need to get the play off. Evans,
the offensive line picked him up.
Trying to find an opening to
Not
the right.
much there, but
around midfield.
Better than end around sometimes go in this game. So yeah, I mean, obviously defensively, I would like to not let up as many completions as I have been, but this isn't like the Ravens game where Flacco damn near set a single game passing yard record.
2nd and 9. Play action fake. Looking to throw.
Stay in bounds.
And complete.
What can a defensive back do in a situation
That's frustrating there. I mean, you've got nobody over there covering him.
Right on target by the quarterback and a good route on that out route by the receiver.
And he just runs his route and the quarterback leads him right out of bounds.
Martin's lined up behind his quarterback as the single back.
No, I'm not going to have time. I'm just going to run this as it is, and maybe I think I'm going to look for Evans on this one.
Just a second, but then it came out on contact.
Gotta hang on to those.
This man was put on this defense for this.
All right, so this is an awkward part of the field. I'm technically on their side of the field, I'm at the 49, but it's 4th and 7. If it was maybe 4th and less than 5, or maybe even 3 or less, I would consider going for it there, because this punt is either going to go out of bounds, hopefully not into the end zone. Good, good. I like that. Take that one there. So, and then the other factor there is that I'm up by 10 points. So it's not as overly important to
here with the offense.
Going for it there. It's really no sense in potentially giving them the ball at midfield when you don't have to. Up by 2 scores, play the field position game. Force their offense to do something.
That's 2nd down coming up.
So far to this point, I mean, aside from like our was talking about Castle's completion percentage.
For the defense here.
Their offense really hasn't done a whole lot.
The tackle was made.
Now, it looks like,
Good coaching
looking
on the
at, you
defensive
look at that
side.
21 rushes, I
Everybody
think it
stays
was
home,
74
they stay in
yards.
their gap, and they hold that run to a short gain.
Factoring in that there were a couple of long runs that really contributed to that.
Split backfield here.
It's been a situation where,
Castle's got it in the gun.
under normal circumstances with the Vikings here,
And Barrett can't quite pick it
that
off.
On third downs, the defense
under normal
knows in
circumstances
most
with the Vikings
situations
where
it's gonna
they
be
have
pass.
Adrian
They
Peterson
look
healthy
to
and
the
playing,
defensive front. They
you're
pressure
looking
the
at
QB and they force the incompletion.
the reason why that they would be so run oriented.
And so now they'll bring out Powell to punt.
So there, I think you see a situation where you really notice them playing against a computer. We're playing against a human. If you're missing your star running back and there's enough of a drop off between him and your backup, that might drastically change your game plan going into a game.
Is outstanding, and the returner's just lucky he didn't fumble the football.
So I'm going to go to the air here.
First down coming up.
I really would like to push this to 3 scores.
It's an empty
But
backfield for Glennon
this
time.
I'm going to be as conservative as you can be with an empty backfield.
From the gun. Looking across the middle. He's brought down right around the
Save
43
passes like
yard
that.
line.
Still keep the clock running if you can.
Well, you can't play man-to-man, Jim, every single play. Every once in a while, you got to throw in the zone. That's what they did this past play. Hey, it was a good idea. It just didn't work.
Now first and 10.
Oh,
He's brought down.
I have to trust my instincts a little more. I didn't like the coverage when I first saw it developing, yet I still decided to throw the ball anyway.
That time they did, they got the interception.
First down
I
here.
figured Marlin had dropped enough interceptions to this point. Little attempted fade there and paid for it.
Here's the handoff. Out of the strong eye.
The days of thinking you're just gonna
So
rush the
definitely,
passer, those days are over for defensive ends. Yes, you got to rush the passer, but you got to be able to
Go
stop
back to the
run.
ground a
That
bit
was
more.
Great job that
Get the
time.
ball back.
After being stopped at the line of scrimmage, it's now second down and 10. Coming to the line, hoping to avoid being sacked for a third time. He'll throw it over the middle and pick up about 4.
So I mean, yeah, you look at the numbers there for Castle.
I think the best
12
thing to say
16.
about that play is
That
just
looks
that
good,
it gained a few yards,
but only
so
93 yards,
that's what
so
you
it's
do.
not
All
like
plays don't score. Sometimes you just want to pick
they're
up a
marching
couple
up and down the
yards.
field, or he's taking big chunks of yardage with his
Loaded
passes.
up with extra defensive backs in the dime. They'll go shotgun here.
All day long.
Golson nearly got the interception.
Well, the offense didn't pick up the first down that time. They're pretty happy the way everything turned
But
out.
there you go,
Because
3 and
that
out,
pass
get the
could
ball
have been
back. So
intercepted.
yeah,
If you
a
give
bad
an
interception,
up on
but
third down, that is
not
bad.
costly in the long run. So we're gonna tighten it up quite a bit. Hopefully this doesn't bounce out of bounds.
That'll be a touchback, and the ball will be placed at the
So
20.
we'll tighten up quite a bit here and see if we can
First down here.
move the ball on the ground a bit.
Offense lines up here. Martin. Good piece of tackling.
Ugh.
The Buccaneers have turned it up a notch with their running game today, Phil. Martin has been a consistent force on the ground.
Yeah, he's just a running back who never gives up. And when he runs, it's arms, elbows, everything is moving, and he is one tough running back to tackle.
Second down and 9. Play fake. Gets it out for the completion. You love to see these players who can bounce
Got a little bit lucky there. I was able to sneak that in.
After a dreadful performance a week ago.
Yeah, you like to see players come
Those
back.
were some
I'll
odd
tell you one,
stats.
Jim, if you don't
Almost
bounce
wish I
back,
left
you
that
know
screen
what
up there. It
happens.
looked
So
like
you
he
go
had
to the bench. Well, good for
-1
this
in
guy.
every
What a
passing
day he's having
stat.
so far.
That is not true.
In the backfield.
So I'm really going to start focusing on draining this clock a little bit, even with each snap. You know, wait until there's about 5 seconds left or so in the play
That
clock.
was a power running play that time by the offense. It picked up some good yards. Nothing like it. Show the defense
Stay on the
you're willing
ground
to get in there
as
and
much as
slug it out
possible.
and get some tough running yards.
All right, so I am going to flip this play around.
They'll go with 2 tight ends.
They seem to be stacking that right side a little bit more. Oh, come on, you got to stick that block.
That's a big tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
That time, that's just a bad decision.
If that tight end held on to that block better, then you're looking at
But when you make the wrong read, you're going to
probably
get
a
tackled.
first
That
down
time
there.
he gets tackled for a loss.
It's 3rd down coming
and
up.
that's going to bring us to the end of the 3rd. Will not snap this ball.
One last play before the quarter ends.
So we're still up 10 going into the 4th, so in good shape as long as, again, don't do anything dumb here on offense and don't all of a sudden become Swiss cheese on defense. So we'll do a play action here. Stalker will be the first read on this corner, and then Martin will be my second on the safe underneath route. And if nothing's there, I will probably just hang on to it with
The final
Glennon.
quarter begins with this snap.
Oh, really didn't want to take a sack there, but
Well, that time the quarterback
that's almost preferable to throwing it away in that situation
he did not try
because,
to force the
you know,
football down the field
incomplete pass
and get the
obviously stops the clock. Now we've still got the clock running. I'm going to let this clock run down to about 5 seconds or so before punting this ball away.
Gets about 4 yards
coverage.
that time.
So the defense been playing pretty well in this game, so not the best offensive showing, but
when the defenders all around you.
The Vikings are getting set
Still
for their
not
next possession.
too overly concerned.
Split backfield here. Castles back in shotgun formation, trying to work that
So we'll
left
see
side.
now. There's Rudolph back in the
Able
game.
to move the chains here as he's tackled.
See now if things change a bit now for them now that we're here in the 4th. See if they not out and out abandon the run, but
First down here after the completion.
definitely rely on it
The
much
Vikings
less
are
than they
at the line
have
of
to this
scrimmage
point.
with a spread formation.
Obviously
Castles
not
gonna
going to
take
see a
it
run
from the
here,
gun.
an empty backfield.
Makes the catch, but didn't get the feet down.
I was gonna say, hope they didn't call that catch that was
Looking
clearly
ahead,
out of
the
bounds.
Buccaneers will be on the road in Cleveland next week.
Ooh, Falcons
while
are
the
1-6.
Vikings will be playing at home next week. This will be
Okay, so I'm going to send a linebacker on a blitz here. See if we can put a little pressure on him on second down.
Castle standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap. Makes
Got
the
it out quick, so
reception.
a good
They
play and
take the
read for
football onto the
a blitz
opponent's
pickup
side
there.
of the field. Looking at the stats now, you see 2 wide receivers who have filled the role of being a #1 option today.
Yeah, you always want one wide receiver to step up for your football team and focus on him and see if he can get it done. But I'll tell you this, in the NFL now...
So you notice I flipped my play around there. I wanted my nickel corner over their slot receiver and not on the tight end.
As that ball sail was out of bounds.
I just feel much better about having a corner man up on their receiver than I do with
Second down here.
a safety or a linebacker. Obviously a linebacker. You
Vikings come out with
really
a
never
split
want a
backfield.
linebacker trying to cover a wide receiver.
Castle's
There's just
gonna
way too
take
much
the
of a
snap
speed
from the
disparity.
shotgun. Here's Rudolph, brought down at the 38. The Buccaneers have struggled to slow down the passing game all year, but not today, and it's helping them out here big time.
Yeah, it is.
30th in the league
there's a lot
against
of
the
ways
pass.
to slow down the passing game. You need
Wonder how
a
much of that has to do with that last game.
You gotta have good coverage, and you need your coaches.
All right, so we're going to send some pressure here on third down.
To keep the offense off guard.
On this passing down, the defense comes out.
See if my secondary can cover. Hopefully they don't have to for too long. Nice.
Goodness, what a hit. And the ball falls in.
That's what you want there. If you're sending pressure, you're basically,
And it's the defense finally coming
you're in a situation where
Yeah, that makes them happy. They've been a big disappointment this year on the defensive
are potentially,
side, but today they've
ooh, that's a
shown
big
tremendous
false start right
discipline,
there.
and
Let
that
me put them out of
discipline
field goal
has given
range.
them a chance to win this game.
You're looking at, you're potentially leaving your secondary vulnerable, but the idea is that they won't have to cover as long because hopefully you're getting to the quarterback quickly. Yep, now they're going to have to punt. That was a huge penalty right there. Not that that was a gimme field goal, although I'm not sure if I've actually seen the computer miss a field goal yet in this game. But still. Ooh, at the 1. Wow. Okay, that's interesting. Alright, so I'm gonna really pack it in here, bring the fullback in.
Terrible starting field position here for the offense.
And let's just see if we can create some space here.
He's setting up here. He's been sacked 4 times already. What a beating it has been for the
Real good run there on first down. Basically getting himself out of the end zone.
And here we have second down.
Stay with the ground here.
Mike Glennon takes a look down from under center.
You're going to notice now that we're in the 4th.
They better hurry to get the
Really
snap.
not going to do many snaps with the clock running before a second left. Oh,
They've got him behind the line of scrimmage.
tight ends are not blocking very well in this game.
To the defense that time.
Right, so we're going to go to the air here out of the same formation. Make them think that this may still be a run. Really got to be careful on this comeback route.
Up here.
It'll be crucial to see how the corner plays it.
Third and 4.
He's way too tight in the zone. Run with Glennon. Come on, pick it up. Yeah! Should do a better job of getting out of bounds there, but
He goes back there in the pass play. He doesn't like what he sees, and he just takes off and gets the yards and gets a first down.
I think that may be the first actual
Setting up here. He's been
positive yardage run that maybe it wasn't a quarterback sneak that I've had with Glennon all season.
Trying to beat the play clock. Here's the handoff to Doug Martin. Martin takes the hit and is brought down.
Another running attempt by the offense, and there's a reason why this running back is in the top 10 in rushing attempts so far this season. They love to pound the football.
It's now
So we'll keep it on the ground here because now you're looking at every run play is basically taking about 40 to 45 seconds off the clock. And where they need 2 scores to
play clock's running down.
get back into this thing.
James got it on the handoff, and that's a 2-yard gain.
Well, I know it's not going to make a
So I'll go to the air here, but I will run a play action.
Still 5 yards short of a first after the run.
A lot of running just may be able to break open. So looks like a zone with the corners playing back as they are. So I'm definitely still going to go with Stalker here as my first option, and then maybe look for the fullback out of the backfield.
Keeps it on the play fake.
Oh,
That's an interception. He stacked up at that point.
should have maybe just eaten it and taken the sack there. Thought I was going to maybe try and sneak it underneath the linebacker.
They're strong enough to stop the run, but how about this interception? Good
So
job.
that is
Good reading of the quarterback
obviously
and a nice catch.
probably worst case scenario for that drive. Now they almost have the ball in the red zone already. Time is clearly not a factor at this point. Still 8.5 minutes left. We've basically almost given them one of their 2 scores because they're already in field goal range. So really, really poor choice there.
Hoping to avoid being sacked for a 3rd time. 3-step drop.
Oh, ball down. There we go.
The defense has the football.
Run, run, run.
In on the
Oh, there we go. So, some good fortune there, making up for a really foolish mistake.
Such a hard hit that they take the football away from the offense and they recover the
Definitely go back to the ground here.
Come to the line, starting
See
this
if we
drive
can't
at the 28.
do some power running and waste some more time. I'm gonna actually motion the fullback over. No, it's not gonna do any good. Never mind. Put him back over there. I thought motioning the fullback might alter his trajectory a little bit.
Taking the handoff. Joseph's in on the tackle.
Another big day for the running back. He came into today's game in the top 10 in the NFL rushing yards, and he's just adding to those yards. Nice run.
So again, let the play clock go down as far as you can before snapping the ball. So that's the idea here.
Beating it has been for the quarterback. Play clock's running down. Martin's going to secure the handoff.
I know the strategy and game plan may frustrate some people who are, offense, score as much as possible. Always put your foot on the gas. But for me, it's more about, playing a more realistic style and coming away with the win.
They better hurry to get the snap.
Not interested in necessarily padding stats.
Toss to the outside.
Oh.
Nothing there as this goes for
That's the risky run if you try and do a toss play on a short yardage situation like that. Look to be open and no dice. But we took a few minutes off the clock there. Maybe a minute and a half to 2 minutes by the time I snapped this ball.
Trying to beat the play clock.
Nice coverage.
The one who brings him to the ground.
Well, returning punts is a tough job. It's about judgment. That time, that was poor judgment by the return man. Should have just had a fair catch and never tried to return that.
Now, we're looking at we're under 6 minutes and they need 2 scores. So.
The Vikings take it from the 23. Makes the catch inbounds.
When you run that drag route across the field, it is not as easy as it looks. You're running fast. You have to catch the football right in stride, and you cannot see what's in front of you.
So they complete one, and still it's 2nd down. Wide receivers
get my play selection
on
in there.
this play.
It's dangerous because I don't know what my personnel is right now.
In the gun. Out to Jennings. That's a gain of 7.
So settle for that sort of thing right there. They had to go underneath. Still didn't get the first down.
It opens up many things that you can do on
It's
third.
very convertible 3rd down here, but time is now starting to be a factor.
Still throw it down the field.
3rd and 2. Here's the handoff. And he's tackled.
All right, so they ran there. They picked up the 1st down, but the clock's still moving. So it wasn't a big game. They just barely could pick up the 1st down.
And it's easy to see why they're winning because of it.
Yeah, I like what they're doing on the defensive side. They are hustling so much.
So this
when
worked
you
out pretty
hustle,
well.
you get more defensive players around the football, and that's how you call turnovers.
The Vikings have it at the 34.
Pick up there.
Here's Rudolph.
Again, underneath.
About 5.
Make the tackle, keep him in bounds.
You got to be able to adjust when you run these drag routes across the field. The throw cannot always be right on target. Can you reach behind, make the catch, and keep going full speed? That's the sign of a good receiver.
2nd down and 5.
Ball's loose.
A recovery by the defense.
So that is basically going to seal this one, I think.
The hit and the recovery of the football.
So I'm now in a position to definitely take this down to the 2-minute warning.
It helps you deliver the hit even harder.
Already in field goal position.
Great job.
So even if I don't pick up a first down, I'm putting more points up on the board.
He's taken down at the 23.
There's nothing like big running plays for an offense. It just makes the offensive lineman feel powerful, gives great confidence to the play caller. There's a reason why this guy's in the top 10 rushing yards so far this season.
They're not getting the ball back before the 2-minute warning, and they're still 2 scores down. So
it has been for the quarterback. The play clock's running down. Martin, middle.
there we go. Go! Ha-ha! Nice little piece of run there. So that will absolutely seal this one. Didn't expect that, so well, I guess I was wrong. They are going to get the ball back before the 2-minute warning, but I'll take that trade-off. Nice little game for Doug Martin.
That fumble recovery gave them great field position, setting up the score. Runs up to grab it at the 4, and they crash into him, ending
Good
the
coverage.
return at the 20-yard line.
Quite a few times it looks like this game where I've been stopping them at the 20 or before. Alright, so here I'm going to go with the dime, even though they're only coming out with 3 receivers, because it's going to be clearly a lot of passing. I'd be shocked if they hand the ball off again at any point in time the rest of this game. Nice break up there by the linebacker. Fletcher. So, just have that extra corner in. You know, gives me the option to do stuff like this where I'm going to blitz them.
Comes out of the dime. Second down and 10. Keeps it here.
Why you would do play action there, I have no idea. Oh, it was an ugly little play right there. So we may get one more play off before the 2-minute warning.
You got to be in a situation where the defense is thinking run,
there's no way.
and when they are, do you have the courage?
I should say no way.
Or I should say the smarts to fake the run and throw the football. Good call that time by the offense.
We've hit the 2-minute warning in the second half. First down on the way.
So this is basically here, you know, running the cover 3. This is a don't get beat over the top idea. Keep everything in front of you.
Back in shotgun formation. Out to the left. Here's
Underneath, I'll take it. Even though he did get out of bounds, not a big deal.
Play zone coverage against this quarterback. He knows it's zone, and he's going to find the open throwing lane, and he gets it done.
That
Have more
short
fun
pass
with the blitz
play
here.
picked up 6. It's now second down and 4. Loading up with extra defensive backs in the dime.
So I'll switch this around so my blitzing corner is coming from the side where the receivers are not.
The catch is made.
Underneath. Not a fan of these plays all being able to get out of bounds, just because if, you know, if this was a situation where it wasn't a 3-score game and really needed to, you know, keep them out of the end zone, these quick passes where they're getting out of bounds are really detrimental. I mean, you look at this. If this was a situation where, let's say, you know, only up by 3 points or 7 points, first of all, I probably wouldn't be running the dime as much. I would probably be a little bit more in the nickel. But the idea that, you know, 1:46 left, they're already on my side of the field with all of their timeouts, and you're basically making the clock a complete non-factor right now. But, you know, so it's one of those. Oh, here we go. Into the no huddle.
After that completion, timeout won't be used here. They'll go to the hurry.
So it's, I mean, one of those situations where maybe you try and, oh, thought I would have had the pick there. You know, play this, maybe play it as if, you know, you were in that situation, but just stay in the dime for a bit here.
Failing to complete that one.
I
So
think I'm
second
staying
down
down.
here.
Yeah, that was my play call.
The Buccaneers go with the dime formation here on defense. Castle standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap.
Come on, get him.
And
There we go.
To the ground. It'll be third down. Holding on to the timeout. They'll rush back to the line. Castle's going to take the snap from the shotgun. Looks to his left.
Nope.
Unable to bring it in.
Couldn't hang on to it, falling out of bounds.
Coordinators love this situation, don't they? Third and long, they can do just about anything.
I'm going to go for it here.
And they stop the offense that time.
The coach is going to go for it. The Buccaneers with 2 extra defensive.
Play the deep zones here. We've got a little bit of coverage underneath.
Got it in the gun.
There's room for them to complete this if they want to. And hopefully make the tackle.
We'll be switching sides with this one. Ball's going the other way.
I'll just say this, Jim,
So
when you're gambling football,
here,
if you're willing to go for it on
not
fourth
sure
down,
if
even though
the
you're losing
computer
in the
is
second
going
half
to
and you don't get it,
use their
you just gotta deal
timeouts.
with a little bit of adversity and
Oftentimes,
hope
if
your defense can go
where
out
this
there and
game
stop
is
the other team's
clearly
offense.
out of reach, that they won't. So I'm going to run this first play, and if they don't use a timeout, then I will go into a kneel down.
First and 10. Martin's going to take the handoff now. Griffin's there that time for the tackle.
Yeah, so they're not going to use a timeout, so I'm just going to do one kneel down, and that'll be it. You know, I could run another play, try and get Martin some more yards, but with my luck, I'll end up getting injured and I'll lose him for the season. So no sense in running a play that you don't have to, or taking a risk that you don't have to. You've got the game won.
Second down coming up.
And quite frankly, there's nothing better than being in the victory formation.
Takes the knee.
So pretty solid win. 17 points is definitely a good win. I'm not gonna complain about that. Bad choices on passes at times during the game. I think I ended with 3 interceptions.
Well, they came in off a win, and they get another one here
One
today.
of which was returned for a
2
touchdown.
weeks in a
So
row, Jim, you play good football, you win.
not a perfect
That's
game
lot of
by any stretch of the
positive
imagination, but
reinforcement. You feel good about what
never,
you're doing,
like I said,
and
going to
there's no
complain
way
about a
you make it
17-point
lose the
win.
following week.
So let's take a look at the final stats here. 20 of 29 for 282 for Glennon. 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Good defensive game here. Castle 25 of 36, so obviously a lot more incompletions as the game went on. No touchdowns, 2 interceptions. 137 yards and a touchdown from Martin. 77 yards here for Banyard. Joe Banyard? I apologize if I'm not pronouncing that correctly. No touchdowns. There's the important one there. 3.3 yards a carry. Not a great average there for him. Receiving. Jennings had a day there. Sort this by yards. 8 for 112. And Jackson 3 for 85. Touchdowns. So there you go. Another win for the Bucks. Puts me at 5-2. At 5-2, I believe, on the season. So there you have it. Let me get over to the action screen. So once again, for those of you who are interested in any of our online connected franchise leagues, we have 2. One for the Xbox One. Contact me, Retheus. There you see it, how it's spelled, right over there underneath the Bucks logo. You can get me on Twitter at Ion Game Corner, and follow that. Will also give you a heads up as to when I am broadcasting these offline games live. or you can also get to me via email, iongamecorner@gmail.com. And for the PlayStation 4 League, get in touch with Nick Kagone, Kagone, on PlayStation Network, or at Nick Oliveira 87 on Twitter. For any of the weekly recaps for the Emerald Madden League, which is the Xbox One League, head to iongamecorner.wordpress.com. You can find all of the Emerald Madden League statistical recaps there. And, again, for any of the league rules, regulations, procedures, teams that are already taken, head over to iongamecorner.wix.com/iongc and check out the Madden 15 page there. We'll give you the rundown of how both leagues are run. Very similar. There's a couple of small differences between the leagues, but for the most part they run the same, where players have 4 days to complete their game for the week. There's a few other rules that you'll want to check out there, just from the experience of running Madden leagues in the last couple of seasons, things we've had to add here and there. And more importantly, that will let you know which teams are available. So head on over there if you're interested and talk to either Nick or myself and get yourself in. Plenty of room in both leagues, so if you're looking for a league or another league, I would recommend checking us out. So that's going to do it. Thanks again for watching, and we'll talk to you later next time for week number 9 of the 2014 season here at the Madden 15 Chronicles.